Hello. You might see the video shaking a little bit because I have my phone on a holder that I don't usually use. So I'm going to try to make sure it doesn't end up shaking. So I'm Coach Donna Marie. I'm a writing tutor, and I want to make sure that I put this out there for those of you who might need this type of information. I know the angle of the video is kind of weird. It's probably not going to change because I want to make sure that I focus on the content I'm giving you and not on watching myself talk to you. So let's see if I can keep this challenge for myself, keep myself focused. All right. Yes, I have the fan on because I just need some air circulating, but I'm chilly, so I have on my little wrap. So that's what's going on with me. One of the big questions that high school seniors have regarding writing their essays for college and scholarship applications. One of the big questions is, what are those committees that are reviewing those applications looking for? What are they looking for in that essay? And you'll see this answer in many advice videos throughout YouTube, blog articles, all kinds of things. I'm going to try to expand on the topic from the experience that I've had tutoring. All right. The answer that you'll normally see people say is, those committees are looking to understand who you are beyond your grades and your test scores. They're looking to see what makes you unique and how you're going to contribute in their community. They will be looking for evidence that you are self-aware, that you're a thinker, that you think about yourself, your life. You have self-reflection. You look back on your own life and your own experiences, and that you are a critical thinker, that you think outside of the box. And they want to know that you have the ability to communicate clearly in writing. So that's in a nutshell the type of answer that you'll normally see. Now let's drill down on what this means. What does it mean to show who you are in writing beyond your test scores? Let's drill down on that a little bit. So, one thing I've come across with a lot of young people, and in my opinion, this is especially true with people of color, especially girls. Many times we discount our experiences. We don't feel other people would really care. We don't feel that other people would think that our experiences are significant or important. And you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice by not fully recognizing how you matter in the world, how your uniqueness can be a blessing to other people. So my first piece of advice to you as you start looking into going to college is to try to see yourself through other people's eyes more accurately. Now, when I say other people, that doesn't include everybody, because some people are either jealous of you or they just don't care about you at all. So you don't want to think about those people. Who cares about the mean girls at school or the bullies in your family even? Those people really don't matter when it comes to your future, because you're trying to build your life, your future. They don't matter, right? So skip what they think, skip what they believe. Focus in on people who are rooting for you. It could be a coach, one of the athletic coaches that's been rooting for you. It could be one of your teachers that's been mentoring you. It could be your pastor. It could be your mom, your grandmom. Pay attention to the things that the people that really do care about you and that are rooting for you have said to you. Pay attention. Don't just brush it off or discount it. Learn one simple way to start doing a better job with that is learn how to take a compliment gracefully. receive the compliment, and really think about what people are saying to you about what you do, what you say that makes you more unique and makes you add value to your family, to your community, to your church, to your school. Pay attention and learn how to take comments gracefully. So that was number one. Number two is when you are contributing, where you're contributing is important, even if it's just babysitting for your cousins at your house. Learn how to bring out your gifts from looking at the mundane little things that you don't necessarily think are important. Highlight these things. Ask someone that you trust, hey, when I do XYZ, let's use the example of babysitting. When I do babysitting for you, what do you like most about me babysitting? Ask them that. Maybe it's that you're always mindful to make sure that the kids have a healthy meal. Maybe it's that you always make sure that the dishes get done. Maybe it's that you always make sure that those children are never alone, that you're conscientious, that you stay off your phone, while you're watching the kids so that you can really pay them attention. Maybe you read. Maybe you're a good reader. You read really well to the kids and they love you reading. Who can give you that kind of feedback? Think of who it is that can give you feedback on whatever it is that you do. You could be a football team manager. Maybe you're not a football star, but you're helping to manage the football team, making sure they have their towels and the water and all those things. These things are important. Even if you don't think other people think it's important, you might have let those bullies' comments get in your head. Skip them. Who cares what they think? Ask the people in your life that actually have shown care and concern and love for you. Ask them and listen and be graceful and say thank you. Okay. So when it comes to having the ability to self-reflect and think critically and clearly communicate your skills, nobody can help you with self-reflection. That's something you have to do. One tip that helps me greatly is turning off all inputs. Get off YouTube, get off the podcasts, turn off the streaming channels, Netflix, whatever, and just sit in silence. And full disclosure, I was diagnosed with ADHD recently, and now I understand why. I've had some problems with this kind of stuff in the past. I've had problems in the past just being still with myself, just sitting in quiet. But and now I am getting help with the ADHD, so this is a little bit easier for me now to focus and not be so caught up by all the inputs. And sitting quiet with myself is still hard. Even with the non-stimulant meds I take, it's still hard, but it's always fruitful. You can learn about yourself just from sitting still. As a matter of fact, if you look on YouTube, there's a video about this experiment they did where they had people sitting in a room that had like 10 decibels of noise, like very little noise, and nobody could sit there for a whole hour. Like everybody failed. One person got close. I think they got through 95% of the time, but they bailed before it was over. Sitting with yourself is difficult, but it can be very fruitful for you. So part of self-reflection is just developing the discipline to sit alone with yourself. Sometimes that means sitting alone with yourself with a journal, right? It could even be sitting alone with yourself with the video camera turned on. Record yourself, log, talk to your camera. But developing the ability to self-reflect, to become more self-aware, it can help you in so many ways. But it can definitely help you with getting that essay written. Okay? So that's one great reason to learn how to do that. It can help you with your writing. And like I said, you want to make sure you have a journal or at least some type of paper and pen nearby. One hack that I learned from my mentors that has helped me throughout my life is I try to always keep some type of recording device or writing implement with me at all times, even in the bathroom, even next to the bed when I'm asleep. Because often what happens is at the weirdest times, that's when I have the best thoughts and I need to get that down. So being able to wake up and immediately write down what thoughts came to me as I was waking up or what dreams I had. Excuse me. It's been a very helpful thing for me. Also keeping my phone with me. Even when I'm in the bathroom, I can turn on the audio recording feature. I can turn on video if it's, something where I really need to see my own face and record. Being able to get your thoughts down, that is the very, very first thing to help you with your brainstorming for the ideas that you need for writing your essays. So those are some tips on how to get to that part. Now, in terms of the, and that works for not just self-reflection, but also critical thinking. When things happen in the world, when things happen in your family or in your community, in your school, in your church, being able to think critically about what's happening, it can help you to go from being concerned or worried or afraid or angry. It can help you transition from that to thinking of solutions, being a part of the solution for whatever it is that you have been thinking critically about. It can help you to write down great ideas that maybe one day you can put into place. And that one day may be soon. It could be tomorrow, right? But if you have ideas and you don't write them down, many times they just evaporate into the ether. You forget about it. Next thing you know, and this has happened to me many times, you'll see an invention somebody has on Amazon that you're going to pay for because it's really cool and you need it. But you're like, dang, I thought about that 5 years ago, but I never took action on that. So writing down those ideas could even lead to you getting a famous patent one day. Who knows, right? So these are just good skills in general to have, right? But then in terms of clear communication skills, I gave a tip in one of my videos that I did, but I gave this tip. This is actually more than one video I did. I gave this tip. This is my main tip to help you with your writing communication skills. Become a better reader of better books. Read better writers. That will rub off on you. Read a lot of bad, crappy writing. That will rub off on you too, right? So if all you're reading is text from your peers and they barely use any punctuation, they misuse words like Y-O-U-R and Y-O-U''re, they misuse things all the time. They're just not on point with their grammar at all. That rubs off on you, right? But start reading some like historical biographies about presidents of the United States. Read books or read journal articles like about scientific discoveries or topics that interest you, but that are written by professional writers, right? That good writing will rub off on you. It will help you become a better writer. So that's one of the main tips that I have for you in terms of developing your communication skills in writing, but it also can affect your verbal communication skills too. You'll start to pick up on patterns as you read. This good writing, you'll pick up on different nuances, things. You'll probably learn some things that you thought were right that you were not doing correctly. I just recently been enlightened about I'm in my 50s. I've been writing for 30 years. And there's still some things I'm learning. There's always something to learn. We always keep learning every day. Nobody's perfect all at one time, but we get better over time. So these are my main tips to help you Figure out how you're going to write great essays that the college and scholarship committees will love. These are my main tips. I'm Coach Donna Marie. Go to coachdonnamarie.com/tutor if you'd like some help with your writing. God bless you. Bye-bye.